This was the night the world stopped to watch two sprinting nations collide. USA versus Jamaica. Sha'Carri versus Shericka. Budapest, the stage where legacies were tested and a new chapter in sprinting rivalry was written. Get ready because the 4x100-meter relay will go down in history as one of the most electrifying races ever.
Ready to finish off the second to last night under the lights here in Budapest with the women's 4x100-meter relay, and let's meet Team USA.
The United States making two changes from the semifinals, and they're the final two. Sha'Carri Richardson will anchor. Gabby Thomas will run third. The first half stays intact. Tamari Davis, just 20, making her debut for the United States. And TT Terry down the back stretch. You'll remember she anchored the winners last year in Eugene when they upset the Jamaicans.
It has been a real rivalry, a legit rivalry, back and forth over the years between the US and Jamaica.
How much of a rivalry is it? You have to go back to 2003 to find the last time that a team, not Jamaica or the United States, won this event at Worlds. That's a full 20 years, just USA and Jamaica trading the titles back and forth.
And that was France, and France do not have a team in this final.
So Tamari Davis, as well as she ran in the semifinals, I knew there was no danger she was getting subbed out. She's a youngster, so you give her the least to do. The only thing she has to do is pass. There's TT. She anchored, as I said, last year and held off the hard-charging Shericka Jackson of Jamaica. Gabby Thomas, who got the silver in the 200 meters last evening, she'll handle the third leg. And then the world 100-meter champion and 200-meter bronze medalist from this meet, Sha'Carri Richardson, will bring it home. And who will she be anchoring against? Shericka Jackson of Jamaica.
So Sha'Carri got the better of Shericka in the 100. Shericka got the better of the world in the 200. Shericka left everybody behind. So the US and Jamaican teams are just rock solid. Morrison, Fraser Price, Forbes, and Jackson, the Jamaican quartet.
It may be, Lee, that this is the last time that we will see Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price at Worlds. She'll run the backstretch. I told you yesterday, she's run every leg for Jamaica. Sasha Lee Forbes on third, and we already told you the anchor. 21:41 last night to scare Florence Griffith Joyner's world record. Shericka Jackson will be counted on yet again to anchor the Jamaicans home.
Here's Shericka, and while she is basking in the glory of these World Championships, she will tell you what an honor it has been and still is to run on the same team as Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Shelly-Ann has told us that Paris more than likely will be her last Olympics. These will be her last World Championships. She'll be 37 in Paris. So it's going to be the end. We're in the twilight of this incredible career for the three-time Olympic champion, 8-time Olympic medalist. And here at the World Championships, she's won 15 world medals, 10 of them gold, entering this race now.
And this British team that will start in lane 8 is weakened severely. You see the name you don't see on the left there? Dina Asher-Smith. So it's a good team, but I don't know if this British team is capable of challenging Jamaica and the United States if they don't make any mistakes, just because they don't have the horsepower. Daryl Needham's had a phenomenal World Championships. There she is, she'll anchor, setting a personal best in the 200 and finishing 5th last evening.
Marie-José Talou is on the Ivory Coast team, as you would imagine.
That's a team to watch as well. They ran well, second in their heat.
Leaky Klaver for the Netherlands and Nadine Visser. Germany
against Jamaica, side by side. The 100-meter champion against the 200-meter champion. Richardson, Jackson. She's closing, but not fast enough. It's gold for the Americans. Redemption. Brilliant performance. Absolutely superb. They have done the double. They've rounded off the penultimate night exactly as they said they would.
Guess what you call that? A good team.
Let's go around the track one more time with Team USA. Whoa! So Tamari Davis ran all the way up on TT Terry. Jamaica was already gone, but TT did a good job of holding her own against Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. The United States was very much still in it. Gabby Thomas with her hand back, she looks back for the stick. Jamaica's already gone, but Gabby Thomas on the inside lane had a tighter turn to run. So Sha'Carri Richardson got the baton at the same time, but she was further out in the zone. So she had to handle somebody who is not easy to handle on an anchor leg. And it really was no contest. It wasn't like Shericka dipped into the lead or made it a race. The lead that Sha'Carri got, she held, and that is not easy to do, trust me, against Shericka Jackson. Ask TT Terry, who probably lost about 8.
So I was trying to stay still and kind of replicate what I did yesterday. Okay, it wasn't exactly like yesterday, but I was there.
And how about this baton pass to TT? She
It's
got
okay,
it.
yeah, and we just made it work. She slowed down. I got it into her hand before we went out the zone, and she was moving. She got it to Gabby.
You gonna let TT talk?
Yeah,
no, she doing her thing. No, she doing her thing. No, she did. She said what you all saw. You know, we had a little mishap, but I made sure I did my job of doing my leg and pushing through the zone and making sure.
Coming into Budapest 2023, Jamaica was the favorite. Led by Shericka Jackson, the fastest woman alive over 200 meters, and the legendary Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. But across the track stood a reborn Team USA, young, fearless, and hungry for the redemption. Sha'Carri Richardson had already shocked the world by winning the 100-meter title. Now she wanted more gold in the relay. Team USA brought in raw speed. Tamari Davis, Twanisha Terry, Gabby Thomas, and Sha'Carri Richardson anchoring. Jamaica countered with experience. Natasha Morrison, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, Shasha Forbes, and Shericka Jackson to finish. The baton exchanges will decide everything. One small mistake could destroy a nation's dream. The gun went off, and immediately it was fire. Tamari Davis started strong for the US, but Jamaica's first exchange was lightning fast. Shelly Ann took over, gliding through the curve like a queen on the track. But then came the shift. Gabby Thomas down the third leg for Team USA. Closing the gap, Forbes fought back, stride for stride. They raced towards the final exchange. Baton pass was clean. And then came the moment the world was now waiting for Shericka Jackson, Jamaica. Sha'Carri Richardson for the United States. The crowd rose on their feet. Every camera pointed towards the final straight. Shericka exploded out of the zone, power, precision, and poise. But Sha'Carri was coming fast, low, and focused. The two greatest sprinters on earth now locked in one of the most iconic anchor battles in history. With 70 meters to go, they were even. With 50 meters, Sha'Carri starts to close. With 30 meters, she surges ahead. The stadium roars as Sha'Carri takes the lead. She powers across the line. Team USA wins gold. 41.03 seconds. Championship record. The impossible achieved. Sha'Carri Richardson collapses in joy. Her teammates runs to her, screams, hugs, disbelief. The USA had just dethroned the mighty Jamaican queens. And on the other side, Shericka Jackson, calm and composed, stands tall. Defeated tonight but never broken. Because true champions know every loss writes the next comeback. This was more than just a race. It was history in motion. A rivalry reborn. Budapest 2023, the night when Sha'Carri Richardson stunned the world. And Shericka Jackson reminded everyone why she is still the standard of power and grace. USA versus Jamaica. A rivalry that defines generations. And this chapter was one for the ages. Who takes the crown next time? Drop your flag below and don't forget to like, subscribe and stay tuned for the next battle in the world of sprinting supremacy.